It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cards and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, I'd say it's a study in contrast. Young versus, well, let's say experienced. Kyler Murray of the Cardinals, Derek Carr of the Raiders.
And you are on point about that because you definitely don't say old now. That won't gain you any points, but you're right. You got one guy who's still kind of figuring things out, still at that point where he's learning more with each game he plays. And then on the other side of the field, you've got a guy who's kind of seen it all at this point. Maybe his body slowed a little, but the knowledge of the game.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. We're in the process of that kick return. It appears we had an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw is Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Greg Dortch back deep. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for James Conner. And he powers his way up past the 30. Conner going to get it again on 2nd down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Murray now on 1st down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
First down, Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They'll run for it with Connor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 24. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Hurts over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Carr going to give it to Jacobs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Holding offense.
Don't do us like that.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Throwing now is Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Connor. Gets past one man. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Here's Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A gain of 16 yards.
Ertz certainly proved he's still got some juice left after midseason trade to Arizona. Immediately came in and produced with over 500 yards in 11 games, and he's being counted on as a key piece for the Cards moving forward, and he gets him a first down there.
Murray now on first down. Finding Ertz again. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. From the 24, Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Murray. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Connor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Once again, it's Connor. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And this time he is in. Yes. James Conner, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. He'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Carr going to get this to Jenkins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That one complete to Horsted. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Carlson on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in them. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Well, the Cardinal offense is going to take over late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing again, Murray. Got a man, it's Brown. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the half will begin with a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Murray out route, and it's complete to Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And the reception made by Green. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray to air it out again. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
Throwing straight ahead is Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Carr to throw. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Carr going to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jacobs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play.
They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash and a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this ride.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Murray now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Duron Harmon, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
From the gun, again to Connor.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Murray going to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort.
Well, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 25 on 2nd down. Murray to Connor on the check down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. That he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll start out here with the option left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. They run behind center with Counter. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Max Crosby is really starting to get his due around the league as one of the best young pass rushers in the game. 25 sacks in his first 3 seasons.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs.
Complete to Josh Jacobs. 4 yards on the pickup.
To throw again on second down. Carr.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 earlier in this game?
Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And now here come the Raiders.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Now Carr to try again after the pick 6.
Catch made, it's Moreau.
Carr's pass complete to Foster Moreau. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 27, Carr. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Carr fighting his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On first down, Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. Give them 18 on the play.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores. They've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw his Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. That one moves for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the running game with Jacobs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Murray. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Connor up the middle. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Connor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 7, a little over 20 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Carr. Connecting with Renfro. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. Throwing his car.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Carr to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked by Deontay Thompson.
And the Cards are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Arizona, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they will fall to 1-1, and they'll try